mathematicians. Today we're going to discuss the distributive property. For the distributive property, if I have a number out front and inside I have a variable and another value. Okay. The distributive property says I'm going to distribute this 3 to both pieces inside through multiplication. This will be 3 times x and 3 times 2. And it'll be a positive because 3 times 2 is a positive value. Okay? So you're going to distribute what's out front to both pieces. Now the biggest mistake is we forget the second one. So don't forget to distribute it to both. We can simplify this. 3 times x is just 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6. So if we use the distributive property, this is the same as 3x plus 6. Let's try one of these. Okay. This is 7 times, in parentheses, x plus 2. I'm going to distribute this 7. 7 times x and 7 times 2. I want you to draw in those arrows, please, so you don't forget the second one. What is 7 times x? 7x. 7 times 2, positive 14. Okay? So you're going to distribute that to both pieces through multiplication. Number 2 is the same thing, it just looks a little different. Okay? This time our value is to the right. We're going to still do the same thing. 4 times 3, 4 times a negative m or a minus m. Go ahead and simplify that. Let's see how you did. 4 times 3 and 4 times a minus m is going to be a minus. So I'm going to put that minus in between. Okay. 4 times a minus m will be a minus 4 times m. 4 times 3 is 12 minus 4m. Okay. These cannot go together because they don't have the same variables. Number 3. This time, when I distribute both pieces, I get 4 times 2x, 4 times a positive 1. Distribute to both pieces inside. 4 times 2, what is 4 times 2? 8x. 4 times 1, positive 4. Multiply what's out front or what's out back by both pieces inside and simplify. Try this next one on your own. Let's see how you did. What did you do first? 5 times 3 are, and what next? 5 times 2, or a minus 2. Make sure you get both of those. So 5 times 3r, and 5 times a minus 2 will be a minus 5 times 2. The signs don't match, so it'll be a bad thing, a negative. 5 times 3 is 15r, minus 5 times 2, 10. Can those pieces go together? No. Why not? One has an r, one does not. Send whatever's out front to both pieces. I want to see the arrows, and I want to see this step here. Please do not do this part in your head. I want to see it written out, please. It helps you remember this step better. I like number 5. This time, what am I distributing to both terms? A 1/2. 1/2 times what? R. And what next? 1/2 times 6, and it'll be a minus because I have a positive times a negative. Signs don't match, it's a bad thing. 1/2 times r, we don't need that multiply in between, so 1/2 r. Minus, and what's under the 6? A 1. And how do we multiply fractions? Straight across the top, straight across the bottom. I get 6 over 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So send that 1/2 to both terms and simplify. Can these two pieces go together? No. One has a r, one does not. Nice job. The last two examples are using the distributive property to solve multiplication really quickly. And we've been doing this in class before. I don't know what 6 times 78 is, but I can break 78 up so that it is nice and easy to multiply. And I always want it to end in a 0 because multiplying with something with a 0 at the end is easy. So I'm going to bump this down to 70. And what else? Do you agree that 70 plus 8 is 78? Yes. So here I'm going to do 6 times 70 and 6 times 8. We've done that in class a lot. 6 times 7, 42, add the 0. That's why we like multiplying with something with a 0. 6 times 8, 48. Put those pieces together. You have to put them back together. 468. 6 times 78 is 468. You're going to break this up as 6 times 70 and 6 times 8. Put them back together. Number 2, what are you going to break 35 up as? 30 and 5. Go ahead and try using the distributive property to help you here. Let's see how you did. All right, I'm going to do 5 times 30 and 5 times 5. We'll multiply this 5 by both pieces of 35. And then eventually I'll put them back together. 5 times 3, 15, add my 0. I like multiplying by things that end in 0. 5 times 5, 25. Put these pieces back together, 175. So break up this big number into 30 and 5. Multiply both pieces, put them back together, 175. Okay. Use that distributive property to solve multiplication quickly. Nice job today, mathematicians.